Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a look outside our weather window and another day of sunshine, at least here in the Wenatchee Valley, but not so much as we look at our Sky-Fi tower camera up north. This is our Billy Goat camera, and underneath all that is Pateras and also Brewster under that cloud deck. And boy, there was lots of that up north and other parts of our viewing area too, with blue sky above that. Enjoy the next couple of days, because as we get into the weekend, a good chance that we'll see some snowfall. Might be mixed with rain, but that could make for some tricky winter driving conditions. And by next week, it is going to get downright cold once again. By Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we are talking highs in the upper teens to lower 20s with lows in the single digits. And we'll have your complete North Central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. At least 3 people have died of influenza in Grant County during the current flu season, and a 4th death is likely due to the virus. The estate of a Moses Lake woman who died under medical care can continue their lawsuit against the nurses who oversaw her case. And Washington clergy members would join the ranks of mandatory reporters of child abuse under a bill making its way through the legislature. But first, our top story tonight, 30-year-old Colton Dana of Soap Lake is in custody after a shooting between motorists on Monday. At 3:30 p.m., the unnamed victim was driving west on Highway 28 in between Ephrata and Soap Lake when a black Volkswagen Beetle passed them in oncoming traffic. The driver of that Volkswagen fired a round out the driver's window, striking the victim's vehicle, and continued driving west. An Ephrata police sergeant crossed paths with the subject vehicle, and following a traffic stop on the 50 block of Alder Street Northwest, Dana was arrested for second-degree assault. There were no injuries, and the victim said they don't know Dana. He is currently being held in the Grant County Jail. Well, at least 3 people have died of influenza in Grant County during the current flu season, and a 4th death is likely due to the virus. Health district officers say of the 3 deaths confirmed to have come out because of flu, 1 victim was in her 80s and 2 others in their 60s. County Health Officer Dr. Alexander Bresney says the 4th likely case is still awaiting final results. Influenza type A is the dominant strain among local infections. Bresney encouraged everyone to continue to seek vaccinations which protect against both influenza type A and type B. About 168 people, including 4 children, have died from flu-like illness in Washington in this current flu season. Well, the estate of a Moses Lake woman who died under medical care can continue their lawsuit against the nurses who oversaw her case. That's the finding from the State Court of Appeals today, which reinstated part of a lawsuit over the 2015 death of Sydney Essex, who died from necrotizing fasciitis after she was transferred from Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake to Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee. Medical staff believe she was suffering a gastric obstruction. A Grant County judge initially dismissed her family's malpractice suit against Samaritan, its doctors and nurses, but the appellate court now says the suit can go forward against the nurses and a radiologist involved in her care and misdiagnosis. The 3-judge panel says there are issues of fact in the case that a jury must decide at trial. Washington clergy members would join the ranks of mandatory reporters of child abuse under a bill making its way through the legislature. Senate Bill 5280 would make it illegal for pastors and ministers not to report sexual and physical abuse allegations to authorities unless those allegations came in the form of a sacred confession or a request for spiritual advice. Washington is among a handful of states that do not require abuse reporting by clergy. The bill is a response to widespread disclosures of abuse and cover-ups in multiple faiths, including the Catholic Church, the Church of Latter-day Saints, and the Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, when we come back, State Representative Keith Gaynor said he's concerned about House Bill 1181, which would begin requiring counties to incorporate climate planning. Congressman Dan Newhouse has been appointed to the House Select Committee on Strategic Competition between the United States and the Chinese Communist Party. Chelan County's new sheriff and some of his deputies took a chilly swim Sunday at Lake Chelan. And the Chicks on Sticks fundraiser is back this Saturday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours. You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
Welcome back. In another news, State Representative Keith Gaynor was a Chelan County Commissioner for 16 years before voters sent him to Olympia in 2018. He's now the ranking Republican on the House Local Government Committee. In a Zoom visit to county commissioners today, Gaynor said he's concerned about House Bill 1181, which would begin requiring counties to incorporate climate planning, such as reducing greenhouse emissions, into their growth management planning.
To me, it really will burden counties. I know that the challenges that you face with just coming up with meeting, getting a comp plan approved, and then doing your updates and the shorelines and all the things that are part of that planning process. And we've got so many moving parts as it relates to climate. I'm trying to, make sure that we're not overburdening the counties and the cities, in their planning processes, because it's an unfunded mandate unless we do send some money along with that to allow you to do additional planning.
Congressman Dan Newhouse has been appointed to the House Select Committee on Strategic Competition between the United States and the Chinese Communist Party. The committee will focus on U.S. economic independence in key areas, including the agriculture industry. Newhouse has previously done work relating to American farmland and China. In June of 2022, Newhouse introduced an amendment to prohibit the purchase of agricultural land in the U.S. by companies owned by the People's Republic of China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran. In a press release, Newhouse said, quote, "We must respond with tough policies that will protect our farmland, rebuild our national supply chains, stand up for human rights, and safeguard American sovereignty." Well, Chelan County's new sheriff and some of his deputies took a chilly swim Sunday at Lake Chelan. Sheriff Mike Morrison, Deputy Elgin Shaw, and Operations Chief Ryan Moody were the latest officers to jump in for the annual Vicky Downey Polar Bear Plunge. It's the 5th year for the event, raising money for charity and recognizing longtime Lake Chelan lifeguard Vicky Downey, who's been keeping local swimmers safe for more than 50 years. Downey says she swims the lake almost every day, regardless of weather. For the record, the lake temperature during the plunge on Saturday was logged at 38 degrees Fahrenheit. And finally, the Chicks on Sticks fundraiser is back this Saturday. Put together by the Leavenworth Winter Sports Club, the event welcomes all to skate, classic, or snowshoe through the Icicle River Trails Meadow Loop. The race does not have official timing and encourages participants to dress up. A portion of the profits will benefit the Wellness Place, a local nonprofit that offers resources to those affected by cancer. The fundraiser will take place from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and registration is $25 for Leavenworth Winter Sports Club members and $30 for non-members. More information and registration can be found at skileavenworth.com. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa end of the year blowout sale is going on now. Spas are scientifically proven to improve sleep and ease arthritis pain. Let us help you find the perfect spa today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is helping families reconnect, one hot tub at a time.
Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank on Saturday, February 11th. The countdown to coronation at 6 and the pageant at 7 o'clock. Coverage is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on the NCWLIFE channel.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. While the Wenatchee Valley suffered last summer under a haze of wildfire smoke, some researchers were measuring its effects on underserved families. In tonight's feature story, Lori Rivera, the Environmental Justice Coordinator for Wenatchee Cafe, was joined by a University of Washington postdoctoral fellow to survey migrant families and orchard workers to learn how their health was affected. They shared some findings last night with the Chelan-Douglas Board of Health.
Something we believe would be extremely helpful would be sharing programs that are accessible to the communities on how to replace windows, on how to keep their structure working adequately so that smoke is not entering their home and reduce smoke exposure for these families. Something that would be helpful would be sharing cost share programs local to their area that would help them cover a part of the cost, if not the full cost, of replacing and repairing these homes for these people.
So we went into this more in the town hall as well, and actually Washington Labor and Industries had put in an emergency ruling for smoke exposure. So when air quality got above 149, that farmers would have to stop work for a certain amount, or if masks would have to be provided. But that emergency notification, or that emergency rule, actually expired in October of this year, and they're working on a new ruling at the moment. But as you know, there was smoke into October, and even when these rules are in place, LNI does not have the capacity to go out and be checking that they're actually happening, that workers are being provided with masks, or that work is stopping when the air quality is getting so bad that it could be harming people's health.
We did a hand raising exercise, and many shared that smoke was so heavy they returned to ash-filled cars during lunch or at end of the day. They weren't being prepared or provided the proper masking. They were just given surgical masks due to COVID and not N95 masks, which is the only proper masking that can help remove the fine particles in the smoke. And so they were using masks that they were bringing from home, which were usually surgical masks, or bandanas that they would wet to prevent smoke from entering and trying to protect their health. They had ash-filled faces. They couldn't even tell each other apart or recognize their friends in the orchards because of the ash that would just collect everywhere.
Let's take a check now of your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Tuesday was a good one. 5 out of the last 6 days now with sunshine here in the Wenatchee Valley. Boy, has it been nice too. We saw more of that today. Not so much on that camera we showed you earlier, though. Up north we had a lower cloud deck, so some areas didn't see sun, but we sure did. Look at that beautiful shot from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. A few higher clouds mixed in, and that kept our temperature down just a little bit. 34 today. 35 is our normal high for this time of year. We started off on the chilly side, 19 this morning. 25 is our normal low. Record high, 53, and that was set in 1984. Record low, 2 degrees below zero, set in 1969. Sunrise 7:36, and the sun set this afternoon, getting later now at 4:50. Let's take a peek at how our Wednesday temperatures look, and I think you'll like it. We're going to warm up a bit tomorrow, and that's going to last on Thursday into Friday too, even a little bit warmer as we make our way through the week. 38 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 39 degrees tomorrow, almost 40 for Quincy and Wenatchee. 37 in Ellensburg, and then just a little cooler in the higher elevations, but still awfully nice. Eniat, Chelan, 37, and Omak tomorrow, you'll check in at 36. As we get to tonight, mostly cloudy skies, still an area of high pressure out in the Pacific. That's still bringing some warmer air into our direction, but still some clouds spilling over the edge of that ridge, and that's what's bringing us the clouds tonight. Just partly cloudy, though. As we get you into Wednesday, it will be warmer, as I mentioned. Generally high temperatures around our viewing area near that 40-degree mark. Boy, all of the West Coast, very nice tomorrow. Even better for Thursday. Even though we'll see a few more clouds for Thursday, we will see highs right about that 40-degree mark. Same goes as we get you into Friday. Although our area of high pressure moves a little bit to the north, that'll allow some northerly air to move in. We'll still see unseasonably mild weather, high temperatures, low 40s as we get into Friday. Beautiful way to end our week. And then it all comes crashing down. A little area of low pressure right here off the Washington-Oregon border. That will bring some snow showers possibly our way on Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a bit cooler too, with high temperatures to kick off our weekend into the low 30s. By Sunday, the end of our weekend, here comes that cold air, sunny and colder. We are talking highs in the low 20s, and look at this cold air as it slides down across the entire country on Sunday, and it's going to be even colder as we get into the first part of next week. Sunny and unseasonably cold, high temperatures just around that 20-degree mark, and that will slide all the way down into the Phoenix and Las Vegas areas for Monday. Tuesday, it's going to be cold too. We are talking partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies for Tuesday, with high temperatures then once again maybe just 20 degrees. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. Tonight's overnight lows, we will drop down. It's going to be a little bit chilly once again, about 30 degrees, but not as bad as 19 this morning. And then that beautiful stretch of temperatures on Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. Look at that, upper 30s and 40 as we get into the end of the week. And then things take a bit of a dip. On Saturday, we'll see that weak weather system move in, about a 40% chance for rain and snow, and 32. And then the real cold weather moves in on Sunday and the first part of next week. Even though we're going to see plenty of sunshine on Sunday and Monday, look at the highs, low 20s with lows in the single digits. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Working with August Edge Real Estate, both sellers and buyers feel confident knowing they are in the hands of award-winning professionals. August Edge offers a 2% listing commission, which includes above-standard service and technology.
We offer high-tech 3D imagery, drone photos, local North Central Washington TV ads, and impressive smart flyer installed at your listing. The August Edge website also hosts your home with an interactive featured listing page.
August Edge is professional, personable, and preferable.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. We had some high school basketball played on Monday in our area. The Oroville Hornets knocked off the Manson Trojans, and North Central Washington B-League girls play last night. 39-20 was the final score in that one. In the Central Washington Athletic Conference, on the boys' side, it was Grandview topping and Fred at 58-51. Cascade Christian Academy tipped Thorpe 40-34 to win their second conference game of the year. Manson won big on the road over Oroville, 52-40. We'll do things chronologically on the schedule for today, and some of which is already underway. Girls bowling, for a fact, Eastmont Lanes this afternoon. The place, Wenatchee wrapping up the season with a match against Moses Lake. A few lanes down, Eastmont hosting West Valley. League championships will be hosted by Wenatchee for the district tournament at Eastmont Lanes. That'll be Friday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, there's a busy slate of girls basketball games starting today. Here in just a bit, OMAC visiting Quincy. Rest of the girls schedule tips off at 6 o'clock. Liberty Bell at Bridgeport. Okanagan hosting Lake Roosevelt. Tonasket travels to Brewster. Waterville Mansfield hosts Antioch. Moses Lake Christian plays at Pateras. Cascade Christian is hosting Soap Lake. Now, before we get to the boys basketball slate, we need to tell you that there's some wrestling on the schedule as well. 6 o'clock matches. First, Ephrata is on the road at Sela in Viking Country, while Kashmir is hosting Okanagan in a battle of the Bulldogs. Caribou Trail Lake boys basketball starts at 7 tonight with Chelan at Cascade, and OMAC is at Quincy. 7:30 games of the B schools have Lake Roosevelt at Okanagan. Brewster's hosting Tonasket. Liberty Bells at Bridgeport. Antioch visits Waterville Mansfield. Now, in the old days, they used to do a chili feed right before that game. I'm not sure if they still do or not. Moses Lake Christian plays at Pateras, and Soap Lake pays a visit to Cascade Christian. Well, the San Francisco 49ers are just one win away from the Super Bowl. And if there's any team that knows them well, it's the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle was within a touchdown of the Niners in their wild card playoff game a couple of weeks ago in the fourth quarter before San Francisco pulled the game out of reach. Two Seahawks players were mic'd up for the game, including wide receiver Tyler Lockett and outside linebacker Uchenna Nwosu, I should say. Video courtesy of Seahawks.com.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, good dogs. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Today, baby. We here. Let's do the damn thing, man. That's all I got. It's battle time. It's war time. It's everything on this. It's win or go home.
Trying to go casually and then hit it, or how are you doing it? Go casually and then hit it.
Let's do it, yo. Next one. Hey, go on, pull up. Hey, second and long. Watch the screens.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
First and 10 at the Seattle 17. Single setback is Mitchell. He's going to get it. He's going to get tripped up and dropped. Nwosu says, all right.
Good job, Chenna.
First and goal from the two I-backs. Mitchell, the single tailback, he gets the handoff. He gets hit in the backfield and goes down. Nwosu again coming off the edge. You're right. Number 10 came with a rocket strapped to his back today.
Yeah, I beat his ass. And I hammered the
tight end. Keep taking your shot. Keep running your feet, making your plays.
Almost got that ball out. It went right there. I was yanking at that. It was moving.
We gotta move the ball. We gotta move the ball. Keep playing. We gotta get y'all offense. We gotta score it.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to.
A tight slot to the left side. Gino's going to throw again. Finds his man open. It's Lockett inside the 45-yard line on this third down rush. Gino looks to the right side. Ball is caught. Tyler Lockett, I think he's got just enough for the first down.
Let's go, let's go.
3rd and 1, Shane.
3rd and 1 here. They have 3 tight ends in the game. The direct snap to Walker straight ahead. He's got a first down and then some. Inside the 10 down to the 7 as Geno Smith starts to walk away from center.
It works.
Geno under center, going to hand to Walker. Tries to bounce it outside. He does down to the 5. Turns inside. Touchdown! Seahawks!
Let's go. Turn on the jet. Let's go.
Let's go, BS.
Our turn, D. Our turn. Let's get a stop. K9? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, man.
We got 3 more weeks after this, boy.
Let's go. Let's go, bro.
Let's not get ourselves out of position on Hollywood. You know, let's
got you here. I'm going to cheat in there. I got you. Yep.
Mike. I told you he going to give it to He going to give us one.
Purdy out of the shotgun play fake to McCaffrey. Purdy pump fakes. Now he's in trouble. Now he breaks free. He's still under pressure. He goes down.
Yes, sir.
Back at the 21-yard line. Bruce Irvin gets there.
What's up, Bruce? 3 points. That's all they get. Good job, fellas.
If you had missed them, I was coming over the top. I knew you wasn't going to miss them, though.
On 3rd and short, they're almost giving us the go balls. Tell that go ball to be ready. Because the more and more he sits, there you go. Yeah. That go ball could be ready.
Niners look like they want to blitz. They do. Geno steps. Geno throws deep down the near side. He's got Metcalf. Metcalf. Touchdown. Seahawks.
Let's go.
Hey, go get your homeboy. Go get your homeboy.
Yeah, D. Hey. Yeah, D, money.
Yeah, you can go to the Seahawks website. You want to see more of those mic'd up sessions. San Francisco, by the way, faces Philadelphia for the NFC Championship Sunday at noon. That'll be on Fox. AFC Championship game is in Kansas City, where the Chiefs host Cincinnati at 3:30 on CBS. That's a look at sports news. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. That was very cool. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us. Have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCW Life channel.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCW Life channel.